It is 2:49 p.m. I'm not at liberty to say what's happening in or outside of this terrace compound. That's north, south, east, west, 360. What I am at liberty to say is this. One thing that I didn't want to do that I found I had to do, and I had to do it in DC more than anywhere else, okay? What I mean by anywhere else is where I went for the last 7 years. We'll talk about it. Since this uprising erupted in my country. More than anywhere else that I found in my journey here was Washington, D.C., where I came into opposition. I'll just say it like that because there's so many creeps that view this. Although I only get one view. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get 2 views. Worldwide. What I found in my life was I was in very strong, grave opposition with gay women, gay white women, and then a great amount of gay black and brown women. And I was in strong, grave opposition with my own African Americans and African immigrants. Okay, it was a real kicker. It was a real kicker for me. I have put into a written statement a good 10 times, at least, maybe more, that when I get my restitution, when I get my settlements for being poisoned and tortured and so on and so forth, just everything they did, okay? We know what's been going on, what they're doing now. The point is, when I get my litigation settlement, because I'm suing, I said this, and I'm not changing. I'm opening multiple young gay girls for the teenage gay girl centers, youth centers, is basically focused on them. Okay? And I'm not taking it back. I'm gonna start massive nonprofit things and stuff. I can hardly talk. One of my ears is plugged. Just remember where I'm narrating this from, and I'm not changing my mind on what I said, no matter what they did to me while they were in great and grave opposition against me in America. There's still 45%, it's actually 48% of US population that's adults. And a great amount of them, of that 48, are gay and lesbian humans. They're human beings. And a great amount of that 48% are black and brown human beings. And I haven't turned on the 48% of my Americans, brothers and sisters. I have not turned on you. But I watched the other 62% just stand in such strong opposition from just the barbarianism. Even the gay women succumbed to it. Everybody was tribalized. It was really sad. And it gave me a real kicker, because the 2 groups that I could identify with in my life, outside of being punk rock anarchists, but just hear me out in summary, were gay women and black and brown people. All right, that's who I identified with. That's who I felt comfortable around. And I came into great, grave opposition with unforgettable intensity. And so, anybody that you have always identified yourself with, and then you find you're in opposition with them because you don't want to go for what's everyone's joining up and committing suicide for? And they're the majority now? So watch them stomp you down is what they did. It's what they did. I will not change this, okay? I'm not going to be your president. Thank God, okay? No, the strong government has like Lavrov or someone like that. Just think of Lavrov or someone like that with a whole bunch of other guys. That's your government, however they set it up, okay? That's your president. I'm really hoping that I have a job with them. Right next to your generals, who are also your presidents with Lavrov, or just think like that. Think like that. This is the context. I'm not saying exactly who. Is these, I call them Pentagon sisters. They're career vet women. They're not me, dude. They're those women on our earth are to be respected. And they could be the president, yeah, but I'm just saying, you'll understand why I said this, but I can't get distracted on a 14-minute video. It has to be a male head of state, male figure. It absolutely has to be. Thank you for listening to me, Lavrov. It's for your human race. I praise God you heard this. I want the human race to stay on Earth. This is your planet. Thank you. If you want to stay on Earth and not die off, just do some really basic things. I beg of you all. Okay. Since I might possibly have a job in government, I pray to God I do, there will be marital rights, legally wed, for gay and homosexual people, whatever you want to call yourselves. You're not straight, you know? You will always have that right. Legal right. No one's taking it away from you. Okay, but going and marching off into the Orthodox churches is not going to happen. Why would you do it? If you've got to do that, then go do a theater skit. Go do a theater skit and hire actors and play the role, because you're not going to march off being gay and lesbian or whatever you want to call yourselves into Orthodox churches. Just back off. Have respect for other people. What happened in the U.S. was so atrocious. And I praise God for the churches that are like, there's ones I can't recall, my ear is plugged and all this crap. There's acknowledged religious diocese churches that marry gay and lesbian, go for it, but you can't just walk into any church and demand this, Matt. You have to respect other people. You got to put shirts on, and you just got to do some basic crap. But I will never forget when I came here to Washington, D.C., July 4th, 2019. It was 5 years. I came on July 4th, the Independence, yeah, July 4th. I came in destitute on a Greyhound bus after having lost everything. I rode a Greyhound bus from Los Angeles all the way to Washington, D.C. and was chased by fucking cops from California to Texas. By the time I got to North Carolina, I was scared to get off the fucking bus. I didn't. I stopped. It was just another 8 hours. I was too scared. I was chased by U.S. law enforcement, visibly. Other people on the bus noticed it, bros. I was terrified. I was destitute. I was alone. I was being chased by cops and nobody was wondering that. They were fucking going after me at the bus stops. It was so scary. We'll talk about it someday, later. And by the time I got to DC, all the American flags were there. It was 5 years ago. It was July 4th. I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to go. I went to some place in northeast DC. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea I was about to move into a world-famous freaking Muslim terrorist cell. I had no idea they were going to trap me in that shit and that I'd still be there 5 years later. I had no idea. I moved into this terrace cell in September like 12th. I came to DC in July. It's been 5 years. Ever since I was here, I remember more than anywhere else that I traveled during this uprising, my great and grave opposition I had with lesbian women, homosexual women, whatever you want to call yourselves, and black and brown people. I've always really loved these two humans on the earth, and it really, really broke my heart. But there's no going back. There's no making friends again with people who have decided to do this kind of barbarianism to the rest of us. The rest of us is the 48%. I don't have to open my arms back to all these Americans, even if they were the two groups that I identified with. No, I'm going to keep identifying with, and I'm going to use some of my restitution, litigation, settlement income to start these young gay girl centers for teenage girls. And there's a whole essay, like multiple page chapter that I will write and I will narrate. I'll do it all ways so people can hear why I did that, why my first bit of money went to help lesbian women. I want you to know why. And don't forget, for gays and lesbians, whatever you want to call yourselves, gay, I don't know, okay? You'll always have the right to marry. No one's going to take that away from you. All right, but some of the legal rights that you have acquired by year 2024 are and have been revised, such as dressing like a girl at the Pentagon. There will be no more officers wearing pink frosty lipstick and blonde wigs while they're engaging in warfare. All right, bye.